Hi, my name is Sean McGrath, founder of WideAwakeNews.com and host on the Rinse Radio Network. What started out as a humanitarian mission, at least we were told it was a humanitarian mission. Then we found out later on that the humanitarian mission was a little bit of a canard, so much so that they stopped this mission midway because it wasn't necessary. This is expanded now into the escalation of war once again inside of Iraq. Understand this. The American people, the people of the West, are war weary. They're absolutely sick and tired of seeing their young men and women come home in body bags. They're tired of a decade and longer of prosecuting a war on terror. So, most assuredly, we need to be lured back in to Iraq one little bit at a time. And this is exactly what we've seen. We've seen the president come out talk about humanitarian aid that has expanded almost on a daily basis at this point to further and further escalation of war, an air war inside of Iraq. But it's not stopping there. An announcement today that plans are on the table and are probably going to move forward to expand the air war with live fighter planes and drones into Syria. Once again, Syria enters the center stage. We put down a potential war inside of Syria, an air war inside of Syria, over a year ago when the people of this country and the West said enough is enough. We've had enough of this war, prosecuting this war on terror, destabilizing governments, and then going in with aircraft, manned aircraft and drones in order to facilitate an agenda. You know, it was beat then, but it wasn't forgotten. And here we sit once again. A few years later, we're sitting here with an enemy that we helped build. Let's not forget the ISIL, ISIS, they are al-Nusra. These are the groups that John McCain put his arms around and said that these are the freedom fighters of the Middle East. These are the people we should give our support and our admiration to. Yet we find them now driving our U.S. Humvees, firing our U.S. military equipment, and well-armed and well-trained. A lot of this thanks to the United States government. And here we are once again trying to weasel our way back into the Middle East. It is time to realize the expansion of the war against ISIS, ISIL, is an absolute dead end for the people of this country. We are going to hear all kinds of talk about how they're coming after Christians, they're coming after freedom, they're coming after our rights. And we need to understand this for what it is. Once more, an attempt to lure us into a region of this world that has no benefit for the people of the United States and has no threat posed to the people of the United States. The number one threat that we have right now is our government ensuring that we have enemies to fight into the future. We are bombarding people back into the Stone Age. We are taking once modern civilization and turning them back 100, 150 years in the name of spreading freedom around this planet. And at the same exact time, we are building hostility against our country. Expanding this war inside of Iraq is it must be the absolute last straw. We must wake up and realize that this is happening every single day, and our establishment media refuses to tell us the truth that we are expanding the war in Iraq. Stories are attached. That's all I got.